Here we are presenting our work titled TempSAL Uncovering Temporal Information for Deep Saliency Prediction. Saliency prediction aims to computationally detect the regions in an image that gather an observer's attention. Existing approaches predict only one saliency map for the whole observation period. However, human attention is dynamic, even the image stimuli are static. We selectively focus on the important parts of a scene through time thanks to our attention mechanism. In this work, we introduce a network capable of exploiting this temporal information for saliency prediction. Our model learns time-specific predictions and is able to combine them with a conventional image saliency map to obtain a temporally modulated image saliency prediction. We model consecutive time slices connecting our approach directly with the human gaze and thus opening door to the automated visual appeal assessment in applications such as website design, advertising, and infographics. We now position our work in the saliency prediction literature. In image saliency prediction, the models predict a single saliency map from a single input image. In video saliency, the models predict multiple saliency maps given a video input. However, the frames and the maps still have a one-to-one matching. On the other hand, in temporal saliency, given an image input, we predict multiple saliency maps corresponding to different time intervals. That is, we model temporal salience to analyze underlying attention patterns by using mutually exclusive time slices corresponding to 1-second intervals as shown in that image. Fosco et al. Also exploit temporal information in saliency prediction, but they consider snapshots containing observations up to 0.5, 3, and 5 seconds. They leverage saliency accumulation rather than saliency trajectory. In our work, we refer to temporal saliency strictly by using mutually exclusive time slices. Having defined our problem statement, we now examine how temporality evolves during human visual attention using silicon dataset. In image saliency experiments, we observe a concentration towards the image center, which is known as the photographer's bias or center bias. A similar spatial bias for each temporal slice occurs as seen in this slide, where we plot average heat maps for each temporal slice. Note that the gaze tends to converge towards the center in the last slice, implying that the observers revisit previously seen important center regions. We also show the differences of the consecutive average temporal slices to illustrate attention shifts. Light blue indicates the regions with reduced attention, whereas red indicates increased attention. We observe that attention shifts from left to right, disperses from the center towards the corners. Then it increases towards the center of the image. Interestingly, this trend coincides with the Western left-to-right reading direction. Here we present number of fixations with their respective salience values and timestamps. Lighter colors indicate a higher number of occurrences, while darker areas denote fewer occurrences. We see that late fixations tend to be less salient, which can be seen as a decrease in the number of salient fixations along the arrow. Most of the salient fixations appear approximately at 1 second. For more information, we defer the viewer to the section 3 of our paper. Let us now introduce our framework. This is the overview of our model. Firstly, we extract image features using a pre-trained object recognition encoder. Then we decode these features by a temporal slice decoder to obtain one saliency map per time slice. In parallel, we decode the same image features into an initial image saliency prediction. Finally, we combine the temporal slices, the image saliency predictions, and the encoded image features in the spatiotemporal mixing module to produce a final image saliency map SR. This module basically incorporates temporal information into saliency prediction. We integrate features from multiple levels of the encoder, thus capturing low-level cues such as color, contrast, brightness, and edges, and high-level ones such as semantics and scene context. Such cues are critical for salience estimation. We add the static and temporal salience maps to the encoded image features at each block to prevent the information in these maps from vanishing. This module eliminates the need for optimizing a weight parameter between the spatial and temporal maps. It can also modulate the maps within the spatial range of convolutions, which allows the selection of different regions from different maps. Qualitatively, we show the significance of modeling temporal patterns on the silicon dataset. We show image salience as the grayscale maps for the whole observation duration. Red yellow maps show the temporal salience maps for 1 second intervals. Our model can predict the temporal salience of each slice and track attention shifts between regions over time. In this example, the man is initially salient, then the attention shifts to the inanimate object. That is, the skateboard becomes more salient afterwards. Here, the attention is focused on the child first, then it shifts towards the book on the right. We are able to capture these shifts in our predictions. In comparison, there are fewer shifts in this example. However, in the first second of observation, the bird on the left is the most salient region in the image, which is also successfully detected by our model. We defer the viewer to our paper for our quantitative results in Silicon and Code Charts 1K datasets, which are publicly available and contain temporal information. We present a saliency prediction method that can learn time-specific predictions and is also able to exploit temporal information to improve overall image saliency prediction. In particular, we show that the temporally evolving patterns in human attention play an important role in saliency prediction in natural images. For further details on all the ablations and additional results, please visit our project page. This work was supported by the Swiss National Science Foundation via the Synergia grant.